Do you have a girlfriend right now, Kim?
I don't need nobody to protect and provide for me. I'm not looking for that.
So as a woman, if I share my body with a man, I shouldn't expect him to want to protect and provide for me? Is that what you would teach your fucking daughter?
The problem.
Here we go.
So I'm not having with my daughter.
What are you talking about?
Just make up your mind.
No, it's not about having with your daughter. It's about that's what you would teach your daughter.
Oh, teach your daughter. I'm sorry.
She just having with a man that who doesn't want to protect and provide for her. Like what?
The problem is this: you want to protect.
You think
and
men
provide.
and women are equal?
Here we go.
No, what I'm trying to explain to you is this: for me, I rather invest in my female than give my female, and that's the problem.
Never invested in me
because you have bad investments. That's why you're in nursing school. I'm trying to explain to you that the investments that you had weren't good.
That's not why I'm in nursing school. I've been working on my nursing degree since 2019.
Why you don't have it yet?
I opened the business to help me get through nursing school.
Which was a
I
bad,
needed a passive income.
Which was a bad investment.
Gotcha. Man, this is about to be one of those generational conversations, all right? I don't care if you Gen X, Gen Y, Gen Z, even the new Gen A. They probably not watching this channel yet, but you will get value from the content before you. Now, what is it that we have here today? Well, I had to go all the way over to Revolt Network to find this, and it is content between Cameron, Killer Cam, and an ex of his who goes by the name of Callie. Now, they have a storied past between each other. They used to be in a relationship together, and it fell apart, and we're going to see exactly a component of the reason why it fell apart. But Cameron gives us all a master class in how to hold frame when an aggressive, unaccountable young lady is attempting to utilize her feelings to circumvent your logic. And Cameron stands on business throughout it. Now, this conversation is going to get into having a discussion or a conversation with a lovely young lady that you exercise your boundaries in, all right? It will also get into how and when to know when to invest into someone, monetarily speaking, and how it is that you overcome a personal relationship of someone who also wants money from you, all right? This is a little bit longer of a conversation, but I'm trying to tell y'all the payout and the solutions that we can just learn from this is well worth it. So let's get active. Without further ado.
Okay. I don't remember detail, but I'll tell you this much. I respect Callie as a hustler. I always tell her that, and I tell people that. She came from Oakland, or pardon me, not Oakland, the Bay Area to New York as a 22-year-old.
It was Oakland.
Okay, Oakland, I'm sorry. From the Bay Area, Oakland to New York at 22 years old and survived. She did better than niggas I know from New York that grew up in New York and made a way for herself. And to this day, she still lives the way she wants to live, maybe not like she used to because she's in school. So I respect her hustle 100%. She saved up $100,000, over $100,000 to get this venue. She tells me about the venue, asks my opinion. I tell her I wouldn't invest in that. You saved up the money, don't do it. But I'm saying my friend got one of these and she had LL Cool J come over for her wedding and this, that, and third, and I had to do this, that, and the third. This is why you want to get a wedding venue, because you knew somebody with a wedding venue. And you thought that you could duplicate what she was doing. Come to find out, you told me that she wasn't doing what she really was doing. I told her that I don't think this is a smart investment, and I would not do it. I understand going against what people say, because I ask people for their opinion, and sometimes they'll say, "Yeah, I don't think this is going to work. It is going to work." Either or, but you get the advice. So it's people that told me this isn't going to work and it's worked. It's people that told me this stuff I should do is going to work and I didn't invest. It's just a gamble you do when you do business. Right or wrong, Larry, it's a good
100%. Very true.
It's a business.
I don't feel like
it's my goal. It's my goal. It's my goal. It's my goal. Larry's a businessman, so he understands about investment. I tell her don't invest this $100,000. She invests $100,000.
All right.
It doesn't do well. The landlord didn't have a ceiling in there. She was ceilingless.
What?
Not saying it was a sunroof or anything like that, but she said it was a shell. It was a lot of work. She didn't have an oven. She needed a lot of stuff.
What?
So the part she's talking about now is that when she comes back to me and needs help to get all these things done,
But you already told her.
for her spot,
Yeah.
she may be correct on that. I may have wanted blood because I told you don't do this in the first place.
Yeah.
I may have been like,
Yeah.
it's my go. I don't understand why I can't get my go. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I haven't talked this whole show. I've been like, so I can't get my go.
Now,
so
it's about 20 minutes into the conversation, but Cam is doing a fantastic job to lay out the facts. Now, shout out to her for accumulating $100,000 that she can invest into a business. But if you invest $100 and there's no damn roof, the complex is not finished enough where you can earn revenue off of this investment, and you have an expectation for people who told you not to invest into it to then invest in it. That is the absolute wrong way to go about business. Y'all look at all of these Instagram quotes and highlights and talking about manifesting, and if there's a will, there's a way. That don't work in business. It might work in your mind, in delusion, in fairy tales and movies and shit like that, but that don't work in reality. Also notice how Cam referenced this sort of idolization of this lifestyle, owning something within New York, and famous people were coming out to. So he recognized that perhaps her eyes was a little bit bigger than what her belly could have digested because of her comparing the Instagram highlights to other people that have done it. The highlights only show the outcome. They don't show the inputs necessary for success. Quick emergency meeting. I was recently searching for my name online and found way too much personal information, which brought me down this weird rabbit hole of how that could have happened, and found out that there's companies out there called data brokers that will sell your data to marketers, scammers, and even stalkers. And it's a nasty, disgusting feeling knowing that there's bad actors out there selling my information, selling your information for profit. But that's why I'm recommending today's sponsor, Aura. Now, I use Aura to automatically remove my information from these sites and keep my information off. But they do other things as well, such as bank fraud and identity theft alerts, VPN access. But guys, utilize my link down in the description box down below for a 14-day trial. At least see if you've been compromised. Privacy is king in this day and age, and you should know if your information is out there. So again, utilize my link, aura.com/MTR, in the description box down below to try 2 weeks free. That's way more than enough time to see if your personal data has been exposed. Go now.
when she comes back to me and says, yo, Cam, I need 25, I need a stove. I need a ceiling. I need this. I need that.
What?
And
A
I'm
stove?
like, she's right. Now I'm a businessman.
Right.
This is not personal. When she turns it personal, it's not personal. I told you I wouldn't make this investment. Now, when she needs something, she's right. I don't remember what the terms were, but they weren't reasonable. I'm not gonna lie, they weren't reasonable. She could be correct. I don't remember, but this is the cost of doing business.
High interest.
You shouldn't have invested in that. To me, my personal opinion, but I can't tell you how to live your dream.
Right.
But if you're coming to if you
I didn't know I was gonna get finessed neither.
nothing's personal.
Oh,
It's
no.
business. And sometimes the best experience is going through it.
Yeah.
Because you're not gonna understand how business works. It's
on.
not personal.
Yeah.
Okay, Callie, you have a question.
Essentially what he's saying is that he was going to charge high interest, right? And that interest may not have just been money. It might have been tasks, duties, whatever else that Cam defined within their personal contract that they maybe talked about at that time. And he had every right to charge high ass interest because he already told you not to do it in the first place. If he is not in belief that he's going to get his money back, he's going to charge a higher interest rate. Even the banks do that. That's why if your credit score is low, there's a higher interest rate on your credit cards, your mortgage, right? It's the same type of logic. Collateral. Cam saying it wasn't personal, it's business. Where she can't get it out of her head is that, hey, but listen, you was going deep up inside me. Like, is that not collateral enough? Look at.
I think you underestimate me.
Oh, no.
I'm the best.
It don't even make sense.
Didn't I just give her
Like,
props?
no,
Didn't I just say I
no.
think that you're one of the best
It's
hustlers
my
ever?
turn.
Yeah,
It's my turn.
yeah, my bad. You right.
Okay. Go ahead.
Like, if you think that opening my own business that I had for 3 years didn't teach me shit, you wouldn't know me at all. Like, the way I run numbers through my mind, the way I see shit, like, it don't make no sense for me not to be fucking rich. At the end of the day,
so why are you not?
That's how I felt about you all my life, though. I felt like you overlooked every bit of potential about me. I don't even feel like most of the time you was looking at me, you was looking past me.
This is all feelings.
And that pissed me off.
This is still not business.
Right.
What you're talking about.
Right.
This is personal.
It was business shit. Then it got personal. Then it was business again. Like,
well, I'm not going to go all
it's
over
so
the
many
place.
topics to
I'm
our
going to stay on
relationship.
this particular topic, and if you want to go to another topic afterwards, it's fine. I'm going to stay on the wedding topic. It seems like you want to go somewhere else, but I'm going to stay on this topic for a second.
Yo.
Could you mute her, please? Thank you. What happened is this, like I was saying, Larry and PT, business is business. If I tell you, don't invest in it, which is not personal. I just gave her mad props. I think she's one of the best female hustlers I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Gave her mad props before this happened, before she starts getting into, I look past it. I
Hustler
give her
doesn't mean
props. I'm just saying
businesswoman,
it wasn't
though.
a smart business investment.
Right.
When you come back to me to get a loan to fix shit up, and I said this wasn't going to be a good investment, and then I sit there and say, I want blood and plasma and everything else.
Right.
Because you come to me as a friend doesn't mean that I need to be obligated to just throw my money away.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's business. That's what he's trying to tell you, is that it was more of a business. And he told you it was a high risk business from the beginning, and you didn't listen.
It was a high risk business.
It was very high risk.
I operated on my own for 3 years, and I ended up installing my own fucking ceiling, doing my own floors, building my own bar.
And how much money did you make in those 3 years?
Good question.
I can't even tell you because I had to.
Didn't she just say that she was an expert with the numbers with her feelings-focused diatribe a second ago? What happened to that expert level, ma'am?
Because I had to take all the money, I had to survive.
Goose egg.
On top of that,
That's another reason why the loan should have been high, because you can't even tell them how much you made.
Right. You're higher risk.
When I go to somebody and
how was I supposed to make anything with a fucking shell?
You invested. You spent your money.
To you, Callie, is that when you go into business,
my whole point was, had the space been in the proper condition, it would have operated and generated money. I was in a fucking prime location. I was in Long Island fucking City.
This is
one
insane.
of the most prominent neighborhoods in New York City.
Loud, wrong, and
I
strong.
didn't put my shit in the fucking hood. I had an entire view of fucking Manhattan. You know how many people loved my space and said it's just not done?
Was it a shell when you bought it? Was it a shell when you bought it?
Yeah, but
okay, then Callie,
force people who was supposed to do the work in the lease not to do the work. This is not a conversation I'm even supposed to be having right now.
So,
baby girl, that means that you could not afford it. If it was a shell after your $100,000 investment, well, then you should have gotten someone else to partner with you to put up the money before you went in, not scramble later and attempt to guilt trip your guy to go in on you, and then years later still be bitter because he made a business decision not to, but because of your stubbornness or your perceived strength, your unwillingness to submit to male leadership, this was the result.
What I'm just saying is, when we talk about business, because listen, with all due respect, Callie,
at the same time, I got a different type of upset right now.
Callie, with all due respect,
my upset is not over it don't even got shit to do with the $25,000 right now.
Callie, with all due respect,
that shit, no. That shit is where it's at. At the end of the day, to sit amongst a nigga that knew me.
Here we go.
Since, like, what?
Callie, you're operating from a space. You're operating from a space of personal instead of business.
Because it's my turn.
Okay.
Period.
Okay.
At the end of the day, I'm gonna fucking say what I want to say.
Okay.
And now what I'm about to say is the fact that somebody could know me all my life, watch me fucking pour blood, sweat, and tears into everything I motherfucking did, and never assisted, helped, wanted to nothing makes me angry.
He made a good decision.
And it took for men, other men,
Here we go.
that cared about me, that wanted to invest in me, that believed in me. It's deeper than that.
Where's those men now?
It is so much deeper than that.
Go ahead.
So at the end of the day, I wasn't gonna keep turning to a motherfucker that always turned me away.
So can I ask you a question? What happened to the situation? The space?
What
She
situation?
lost it.
What
Foreclosed.
space?
What you was trying to do?
I closed it.
Yeah.
Closed it?
I closed it. I'm a full-time fucking nursing student.
What is
Okay.
Callie, I gotta be honest with you. You
Excuses.
spitting some real bullshit right now.
What
I
facts?
gotta be honest with you because you're saying you closed it down over because he didn't give you $25,000. And if you
Hell
did your
no. I
if you
put the
did your
fucking ceiling in
if you
myself.
did your due diligence beforehand when you bought that shell in the beginning,
Exactly.
And this man then told you, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, and I said this, and I'll say it again, Cam.
I coulda
I'm
kept
not-
going.
Listen to me. I'm not saying this because Cam is here. Cam is Cam is a very smart businessman.
you could tell the way he
doesn't
talks.
get enough credit for his
He
business
invested in who
acumen.
he invested.
Listen, if it's a smart investment, it's a smart investment. Do you know how many people come to Cam and ask for investments that he rejects?
No, I was a bad investment. Everything.
No, it's not about that. You're taking it personal.
I was
It's
always
very
a bad
personal.
investment.
Larry,
It's very personal.
the lines were blurred. This is what's going on.
Yeah.
The
The lines were blurred. The lines were blurred. I understand that, but Callie, you can't do that. You shouldn't do that because if you had your due diligence and you got everything in order, you should. Come on, Callie. You got to be honest with yourself. You're not being honest with yourself.
Well, she's not being honest because she cannot be held accountable and instead just chooses to make excuse after excuse after excuse. If there's one thing that I learned about the world that we all exist in, it is this. Excuses are tools of the incompetent, for they will build monuments of nothingness. It's just messed up that the excusers in our lives will continue to blame everybody else around them as opposed to learning from their past transgressions. And that act that they're doing, that's not peaceful. Like, they're not bringing peace within your life. So no wonder, not only did the business investment fail, but also the relationship. Because this unaccountable behavior won't just show up in business, it'll show up in relationship as well.
Callie, do you consider, because I remember you mad about a video you did for him and a song, do you put that in the same category with business?
Yes.
Or was it personal?
You want to talk about the what was
I
you mad
wasn't
about
dating him
with
when
the
that song came out.
Okay.
You wasn't dating me when the club came out.
What club?
The who?
The weddings planned, whatever you want to call it. We wasn't dating then either.
But it was still post.
Post. So post means after. Correct?
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question, because the feelings that I'm getting from you, were you number one or thought you was number one?
Thought.
Yeah, I'm asking. Were you?
Yeah, when you got like possessive and stuff.
Yeah.
Like he said you was territorial.
Entitled?
Did I think I was number one? It's funny.
No, I'm just asking a simple
that
question.
hurt her feelings.
To be honest, you asking me if I thought I was number one.
Yes. Because the behavior that you're giving, the personal behavior, it sounds like a lot of entitlement. So that's why I'm asking you. With behavior like that, with
To
entitlement,
be honest, not even to jump in.
I'm sorry. You know what it is? I'm just used to a man
Here we go.
in my life, especially one who's intimate with me, automatically wants to step into leadership and provision and want to protect and provide for me.
You guys are beginning to see the issue when you hear the modern dogma around the definition of a real man. This is why accountability and critical thinking is paramount to the meaning of this channel. Because although you can define a real man as someone protecting and providing, she demonstrates that she is incapable of holding herself accountable throughout that. You can't have one without the other. It is absolutely impossible. Because if Cam doesn't stand up on business, then he's a simp. He's investing into somebody that hasn't proven through past actions that she can get the job done. Just because you're a hustler doesn't mean that you're a good businesswoman or business thinker. It doesn't mean that. But a portion of her anger is derived in the fantasy of what Instagram tells her of what a real man should be. That's why it's so important for men to define what a real man is, because she undoubtedly manipulated other men within her life in order to get the bag up off of them to help her in whatever future endeavors that she's had.
Kim has never given me those vibes.
Yeah. You got a boyfriend right now, Kelly?
No.
Oh,
Exactly.
Why does that matter?
Exactly.
Do you have a girlfriend right now, Kim?
I don't need nobody to protect and provide for me. I'm not looking for that.
Oh,
I'm just trying
You're
to
a
say.
man. I wouldn't expect that.
I'm just trying to say that this is the thing that you think that because you're dating somebody, like for instance, right? Give you an example.
okay.
So as a woman, if I share my body with a man, I shouldn't expect him to want to protect and provide for me? Is that what you would teach your fucking daughter?
The problem.
Here we go.
So I'm not having sex with my
What
daughter.
are you talking about?
Just make up your mind.
No, it's not about having sex with your daughter. It's about, that's what you would teach your daughter?
Oh, teach your
body
daughter.
is
I'm sorry.
worthless. She just having sex with a man that who doesn't want to protect and provide for her? Like what?
The problem is this: you want to protect.
You think
and
men and
provide.
women are equal?
Here we go.
No, what I'm trying to explain to you is this: for me, I rather invest in my female than give my female, and that's the problem.
Never invested in me.
Because you
Not
had
listening.
bad investments. That's why you're in nursing school. I'm trying to explain to you that the investments that you had
What?
weren't good.
That's not why I'm in nursing school. I've been working on my nursing degree since fucking 2019.
Why you don't have it yet?
I opened the business to help me get through nursing school
And which was a
because I
bad,
needed a passive income.
which was a bad investment.
Gotcha.
Right. Anyway, like I was trying to explain.
Yeah, this is humiliating. A nursing degree is a 2-year degree, 3-year dependent upon the type of nurse that you're trying to be. So to be here 6 to 7 years later and still attempting to finish said degree while you were attempting to also build this business is a W for Kim. He was right. Bad investment and a pattern of bad investments. But it was chef's kiss for Cam to ask, is she in a relationship right now? Because again, she is establishing how a real man should operate. It is a manipulation tactic to get what she wants. And how has that resulted? In single. And also, she questions his ability to get a relationship, and his response was perfect as well. He's not looking for a young lady to protect and provide. Watching this back and forth as a dude that's from New York is absolutely cathartic for a number of reasons, but mostly because I am out the game of prioritizing masculine behavior. And I say this as someone who didn't understand that this behavior from Cali was a masculine behavior until I got outside of New York. Because if you grow up in New York, you see behavior, like you normalize women to act, cuss, be aggressive, right? Like you just normalize it. And it's actually a psychological happening. And it is referred to as the mere exposure effect. This effect is a psychological phenomenon where people tend to develop a preference for things that they are exposed to repeatedly. So being exposed to masculine behavior from women over time, not only do you normalize it, but then you actually begin to like it. Familiarity in behavior doesn't mean that it's best for you. You've just developed a cognitive bias through a deeply embedded psychological effect. This is often how people in abusive situations tend to select another abuser later on because they've, to a degree, normalized the abuse. But since being raised in New York, I've seen the world, baby. All right. And I've seen much greener pastures, and I will move forward with such. Let's go.
Because it's a bad investment or somebody gives you an opinion, you reverse it into a nigga don't want to protect, provide.
Right.
You never looked
It's manipulation.
out for me. Yo, you didn't really like you always looked past me. Because I don't think what you were doing was going to make money for yourself or for me. That's how you reverted to say, yo, you never wanted to look out for me. You never did this for me. You never believed in me. You always looked past me. Because I give you my real opinion on situations. It was a time where Sin and PT and Callie called me and said, Kim, you know what? You're right, man. I be bugging. You not with the club situation. One day she called, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe this shit.
Wow.
She's like, yo,
Wow, accountability.
crazy.
yeah, there was accountability. I couldn't believe. She's like, yo, you know, I thought about it. Man.
Growth.
You're
I at
right.
least want to talk about accountability.
He's like, yo,
I
you're
didn't
right,
even think you knew
Cam.
what that word means.
You're right, Cam. You know what I'm saying? I do be, but I forget what it was, but she actually apologized, and I really couldn't believe it.
Yo, she came across my channel, saw one video, and then called Cam. That is my story, and I'm sticking to it. Let's go.
And I was happy about that, to be honest with you. But a year later, I still don't believe in her. I still don't want to.
She reverted back.
This, that, and the third. And I think that's great what you said, PT.
Let me tell you something.
When it comes to blurred lines with personal and business.
Let me tell you something.
The lines is blurred.
Yeah, my opinion.
You know what?
I'm listening.
I don't know. In all honesty, I know the difference between when somebody cares about me and then somebody want to fucking play in my face.
Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to end the content right here. I'll leave a link to it down in the description box down below. They talked for way longer than what I reviewed, so feel free. The decisions here made from the lovely young lady in front of us, and I'm talking about specific to business decisions, right? Idolizing, whatever poppin' spot that she was going to make within Long Island City, right? And not listening to business strategy or logic or even leadership also goes to show and to demonstrate certain things that we see are disproportional to women versus men in society. When you take a look at who is making the most purchasing decisions within society, right? Like even from a platform and marketing perspective, right? Like if I did content that was mostly for women, oh my God, oh man, it's the dudes that are the tough sell, you heard? It's way harder to convince men that are, right? Masculine men are a lot more logic. They're a lot more calculating. They're a lot more strategic and thinking through forward motion and progress tactically from one step to the other. You're more structured in your thinking as opposed to going off of manifesting. And my zodiac sign said, and my crystal lady who has the purple crystals that she mounts up on the shit said that this was my time to shine this year. And then the fortune teller, she read my fortune, and then she said, and then she took out some cards with some Hindu looking motherfucker that was looking like this. He was all blue and he wore like this yellow turban. And on that card, it said that, oh yeah, this is my time to shine. And like all other shit that is businesses created in order to lie to them. And they just it's for the life of me, it just makes no damn sense. But I actually think what's also going on with this is this kind of cloudiness that can happen within a relationship where she is giving that box up to a man. So in her mind, she's thinking that, well, this means that I'm going to get a bag off of him, or, he's going to invest, which I would say that is like more prostitute thinking. but nevertheless, it's a thinking, or a culture is exasperated within media that dictates to them that men are only good for ATMs, and he is not a real man until, he invests into me and he gives me this money, right? Like, how about the equation of you have to show consistently over a long period of time that not only are you teachable, but you're able to be led, but you do continuous improvement, right? In order to understand the things that you want to be able to spend your money on, and that also you will have an appropriate revenue to cost structure, right, to substantiate business over a long period of time. Because also what I see is people just want to upgrade their lifestyle, their living, when they start to make some money, and having the discipline to maintain your expense ratio during when you're getting more revenue in the door is difficult for people to look beyond the G-Wagons that they see up online, and they just want to ascend to that without putting in the time or the years into the gym in order to make that purchase worth it. But anyway, hopefully this lovely young lady will take a look in the mirror and see that she is, as a consequence of the decisions that she has made throughout her life, and, more kudos to her. All right. But hopefully you all get to learn something a little bit new within your lives in a way that you are making decisions to ensure that you're living a full and fulfilled life of happiness throughout it. All right. So, all right, guys, I think that's it that I have for this. Questions, comments, concerns, let me know what you think about this content. Do you agree with the things that I'm saying? My analysis, my interpretation? Do you disagree? Do you think I'm totally off base? I'm making things up? Let me know down up in the comment section. Let's continue to have conversations, important conversations as it revolves around these different topics. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. And I will see you soon. Oh, last but not least, shout out to the sponsor of today's video, Aura. Remove your private information off of these public websites. All right. And I entrust Aura to be able to do it for me. Link down below will get you 2 free weeks. All right. 2 free weeks to at least see if your private information has been exposed on these websites. So go right now. All right. Until next time, y'all. Peace.